Good day, everyone. My name is Abari Ololade. My teammate and I are students of Employment Relation and Human Resource Management. We will be presenting Module 11 titled Information System Project Management and Strategic Planning under ABA 311 BIT, that is Business Information Technology.
Good day, everyone. My name is Babalola Monyoluwa, and I'm here to take the definition of a project and how cost, time, and scope affect a project. Every organization cannot do without its information system, be it high-tech company or small companies, because they need people to build and manage them. So I'll start by defining a project. What is a project? A project is a temporary activity that can be launched for a specific or a particular purpose. And a project is temporary. It comes with its own budget, sponsors, and timeline. So what are the characteristics of a product? What are the things that will make you identify a product or distinguish a project? Number one, projects are temporary. Number two, they are they come with their own budget and timeline and sponsors. So like when you're planning a project, you have to put all these things into consideration. It is something that it is like a prerequisite to even think of starting any project. Number three, they are unique. They are one of a kind. They are unique and one of a kind because for you to want to start a project, it must be for a particular reason. It has a reason behind it. It's not that it's just like you are just doing it. So, and for you to have that reason, it must be maybe it has not been done before. So number four, they involve uncertainty because it is new, and because it is new, something that has not never been done before. There are some things that are not predictable, that you'll not be able to predict that could happen. So that's why it involves uncertainty. In contrast, business process is a series of events designed to deliver product or services that is always a repeated pattern. Project is a one-time thing, but a business process is something that is repeated. It's something that you do, like for example, production of goods and providing services for people is not a one-time thing. It's something that always happens. It's a recurring event. So is and what are the characteristics of a business process? Number one, they are repetitive. It's because it is something that is always done. It is self-explanatory actually. Something that is always done is repetitive. Number two, they are predictable. Because it is something that is repeated, you'll be able to predict an outcome of how things may go or the flow of things. Number three, they are efficient and cost effective. Because of because you are able to predict it, you'll be able to know how to streamline and adjust some things. Every project are constrained by three fundamental forces, which is time, scope, and cost. These three forces are interrelated. They are interrelated. It means that if a change happens to one of them, it's going to affect the other. So for example now, for a business proposal for a project now, if the according to the budget, the cost of the project is going to be 10 million naira, but the sponsors, or let's say the manager, cannot provide the 10 million naira and says that is 7 million naira that is available. In this case, the cost has been affected. Therefore, the scope and the time has to adjust to the change in the cost. So it is either the decrease the scope of the project or they lengthen the time of the project, or you can even do both too, so as to be able to adjust to the change in the time, to the change in the cost of the project. Thank you.
Hi, good day. My name is Omotayo Esther Oluwapelume. I'm here to talk about the processes in project management. Firstly, I'll be defining project management. What is project management? Project management is a systematic approach to project planning, to organizing, managing resources, resulting in a project that successfully meets its objectives. So what are the processes in which project management actually becomes a very successful one? Firstly, we have the initiating processes, we have the planning process, we have the executing process, we have the monitoring process, and then we have the closing process. I will start by explaining the initiating process. The initiating process is where we start from the groundwork, how this project is actually going to achieve its aim, its objectives, what do we need to do, what are the things we need to get. Then we have the project charter where we show how our project is going to look like and everything. We have the bar where we're going to the amount of materials needed to actually make the process a success. Then we have the kickoff meeting, in which all managers and every the senior management in the company actually comes together to put an into the project. Then the second one, we have the planning process. The project management plan. What are we doing? We draw out the plan, how it's going to go. Then we have the deliverables. Then we have the work breakdown structure, how the work is actually going to look like, and delegating works to each and every one of the team. We have the executing process. The executing process, we talk about the coordinating effect. We talk about the delegation of tasks to each and every member of the team. And number 4, we have the monitoring and control. The people who dedicated the tasks to. Okay, how do you go on about the project? Then we have the track progress, how far the project is faring, and what other things that needs to be put into the project. Then we have the predecessors to projects, that what are the exact kind of projects we've done before that actually looks like the one we want to start. Then we have the critical path. So number 5, then we have the closing process where we talk about reviews, like how the project fared and how we should have done better and how we should actually do for the next one. We have the ending, it ends in an orderly way. Then we have the documents lessons learned. That is where we put into our records how the project started, the starting dates, the end dates, and everything that the project entails. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Moshope Ogido, and I'll be talking on how project management software helps managers plan, track, and manage projects. I will start by explaining who a project manager is. Who is a project manager? A project manager is a professional in the field of project management. They have the responsibility to organize, plan, and execute projects while working within restraints like budgets and scheduling of workers. Project management can be very stressful, but with the use of software, it can get easier. So what is project management software? Project management software is software that is used for project planning, resource allocation, and scheduling of workers. The project management software is also used for collaboration and communication between project stakeholders. So in relation to human resource, project management software can be used to create standardized and streamlined hiring processes. This means when they want to hire staffs, there's a laid down process to go about, so they have everything well documented and easy to use. So it can also be used to track employees' productivity and performance level. Project management software helps to create a clear and consistent project planning process, which helps you effectively plan and prioritize all required tasks, resources, constraints, and deliverables. Project management software makes life easier for a project management, human resource manager, and for all employers. So I'm going to be listing the examples of project management software and how they help employers to manage their employees. So Asana is a project management software that allows users to manage tasks and projects online. We also have ClickUp. ClickUp is a highly customizable software for each teammate. It manages tasks, projects and goals. We also have Podio. It creates separate workspace and task tracking app. Trello can be used to track. Trello is another project management software that can be used to track employees' productivity. Thank you.
Good day, my name is Alabi Monsurat, and I'm going to be talking about the failure and success of a project management. I'm going to start with why the project fail, but before I start, a failed project is the one whose result doesn't meet the objective or doesn't deliver what was planned on time and budget. Why did project fail? Project fail due to the following: lack of executive support, lack of stakeholder involvement, unclear roles and responsibility, unclear requirements, unrealistic time frame, technology problem, poor change in management, poor communication. If the team member and the stakeholder doesn't communicate or relate well, it will surely affect the project. Although technical problems do contribute to failures and delay, most failures also have to do with the way projects are managed, communicated, monitored and supported by the senior executives. Success. So I'm going to be talking about the success factor. The success factor are people factor, organizational factor, project factor, external factor, project management factor. Those successful factors are almost the mirror image of those that contribute to failure of the project. So people factor, executive member, stakeholder, team member, manager must all agree on the project objective. Then project factor, a well-defined system development methodology that is appropriate for the project, appropriate software and tools. External factor, the project should have a well understood and binding agreement with vendors and consultants. All these that I have talked about contribute to the failure and success of a project. Thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Abari Olalade. So I'll be discussing on a topic which is the importance of strategic planning for information system, that is SPIS. But before we dive into this topic, there is need for us to explain some keywords. That is, what are plans? Plans are a set of decisions in which suitable course of actions are provided to ensure we achieve our objective and goals. So what is planning? Planning is the process of preparing a set of decisions in which suitable actions are provided to achieve our goals. So before I go into this strategic planning information system, which is SPIS, okay, so there's need for us to also explain strategic planning. This is the process in which the broad enduring issues for firm effectiveness and survival over missions, and also describe the set goals to move the business forward. So what is SPIS? That is strategic planning for information system. So what is SPIS? SPIS is strategic planning for information system. So this is the process of creating a portfolio based on the use of information system in order to achieve organizational goals and objectives. So what are the issues that this SPIS addresses? So these issues are to be discussed in order to strategize on which information system are to be put in place. So first off, we have the low-cost leadership. So in order to improve our inventory management, supply chain management, and to also have efficient customer response, there's need for us to plan. So we have product differentiation, issues on how our products and services can be customized and personalized based on our customer specification. We also have market needs. Okay, the issues on how to produce and analyze our data to ensure that we have a customer relations, issues on how to build and manage our customers to give us a direct access to them. So what are the importance of strategic planning information system? One, it helps us to maximize profits, increase efficiency, improve the performance of the human force in the organization. We have an example of the personnel management information system, which helps us to track and organize data of our employees in the organization. It also helps us to have a competitive edge, that is a competitive advantage over other organizations. So human elements in strategic planning for information system is very important because the cognitive bias affects the way people process data and make predictions. So in conclusion, since the world is competitive, there is need for us to have a strategic level of management which will invest in information system to help the organization to have a competitive advantage. So strategic planning for information system (SPIS) is important as it helps us to maximize the changes in technology and takes into consideration or accounts the different viewpoints of business professionals and IT professionals. So far we've had a lot from my fellow teammates on what is projects and how time, scope, and cost affect projects, and how the processes of business of project management, the project management softwares, that is what we use, the softwares that we use to manage and track our projects. So we also know why this project fails and the importance of us to strategically plan our information system. And also we also know that human element is very important in our organization. Thank you.